Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk and I'm back with another project. And this is actually a variation on the swap that I did for one of my team meetings recently. So this is the one I did originally. You see it's just a little, along the lines of a pop-up gift card holder that I've shared recently. And it's actually got a little sachet of some beauty products, some of my Neil's Yard ones here. And it says, "Hello Beautiful." And of course, because of my name, Flutterby, it was of course decorated with some Flutterbys. So that was the project that I made. And so I decided, rather than creating one like this, which obviously is suitable for me because I'm a consultant for these products, but it might not be suitable for very much else, as it's only a little pocket, I decided to go bigger and create one that would be suitable for a gift card. I mean, this is a Christmas one just because it happened to be the only blank card I'd got, but you get the idea that actually what you've got is a thank you so very much, and it just hides behind the butterfly, tucks in to the top of that flap like so, and there you have a lovely gala of butterflies. So that's what we're going to make today. It's a gift card holder using butterfly gala, and it's really showcasing the Highland Heather and gorgeous grape colours as well. So to create the project, you're going to need some gorgeous grape card. Okay, and you want a piece for the outside that is 18.5 by 11.5. So I'm going to cut my 11.5 first. Centimetres this is, obviously. And then cut my 18.5. And then you're going to score that at 2, which I'm doing on the right hand side here, and 9.5 centimetres. No, I'm not. It should be 3. Okay, ignore that. 3 centimetres and 12 centimetres. I looked at the inner measurements, typical. So, here we go. That creates our little effect like this. And then to create your inner, she says, hopefully, you're going to need some Highland Heather. And you're going to need a panel of Highland Heather as well. So the panel of Highland Heather is to go on the top here. And you'll see that I've actually created a slightly bigger border, and that's because it tucks in. So this piece of cardstock, Highland Heather, is 5.5 by 11 centimetres. And that's to create the top bit there. And then for the inner, you want a piece that's 9.5 by 10.5. And this is my 10.5 piece by 9.5, like so. And on that, you're going to score the long at 2 and 9.5. So that's where my 2 comes from. So 2, turn it round, and 9.5. So this little short piece is the bits that we're going to fold, and that creates our pop-up. And the bottom bit is what we create for our little pocket. So very simple scoring, and just reinforce those creases using your bone folder, and the same on your outer, like so. What I might actually do is, because I've put an extra score line, I might just create a little panel of Whisper White to go on the bottom. Whisper White of Highland Heather to go on the bottom as well. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need a piece that is 2.5 by 11 centimetres. So let's grab my trimmer and do that. So 2.5 by 11. So let's trim that to 11 and just cut my 2.5 again on the right hand side, like so. So that'll just create a panel to go on the front there, and that will just cover up that score line. Obviously, depending on your colouring, it also means that if you go wrong with your stamping, you haven't actually ruined your project. So I'm using Gorgeous Grape ink, one of our lovely colours. I'm using the thank you so very much. So again, tap, 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 as always. I'm just lining that up. Then I'm going to, you'll hear the squeaking while I stand. And I'm just putting that on the right hand side. There we go. So that's my panel. My other stamping that I'm going to do is obviously my butterflies. Now I've already done some of those, but I'm just going to show you how I ink those up. So I'm going to use my Memento ink and my Butterfly Gala beautiful stamp set. So lots of different butterflies in here. I'm using this one, but you've got several different ones here, so leaf effects and ones that you can colour in or Zentangle, up to you entirely. So tap, tap, tap to ink. I'm stamping onto a nice wad of paper, but if not, use your stamping pierce mat. You get a nice impression there. I'm then going to use my butterfly body, and on my swaps actually I'd lost my body. That is, I'd lost the body from my large butterfly. I'm pleased to say I have now found it, but all of mine had the little body on. In fact, it looks like I've done that one upside down as well. So there's your butterflies. I'm using a couple of sponge daubers. So I've got my gorgeous grape and I've got my Bermuda Bay. So I'm just using some Bermuda Bay down the centre, like so, and then some gorgeous grape around the outside. In fact, I might have, on the original, I might have used Highland Heather. Anyway, wittering on. So then when you come in, it looks quite messy at the moment, but then when you come in with your punch and you line that up, all that happens is you get a really pretty effect. This isn't an idea I came up with, I have to say. It's the fabulous Patty Bennett from America, one of the fabulous American demos, and I kind of spotted that and thought that's a really good idea. Okay, so we've got our panel, we've got our butterflies, and I've got some extra ones here, and to create this it is so simple. Or at least it would be simple if I'd managed to not misplace, there we go, my little bit. So you're going to need some strong tape to do this. Now if you've got time you could use a wet glue to do it, but I'm going to use my red tape, and as many of you know who follow me, I use red tape for a lot of my 3D projects, and I just find it works. Open your panel out and just centre that one up against that edge and press it down. Okay, like so. And then with this bottom piece, all you're going to do is come in with a stapler and just staple either side. Now, you don't have to use a stapler. I did for speed and also because it gets a nice firm bond. But actually, you know, in terms of folding it, closing it, you could in fact use anything that you happen to have to hand. So you could use some more red tape if you'd got that, or you could use some other tape like tearing tape. I think you need something quite strong because obviously you've got the sort of springiness of the panel, and obviously with this panel actually that's rather nice because that actually covers up my staples. So there you go, that's our basic card holder, and then all you need to do is then decorate that. So as that pops down, that comes in. So I'm going to pop my panel on the front there. Not that one. I'm going to pop the panel on that I actually cut to the right size. God, this isn't going well, is it really? And I've probably done half of that out of shot. So I'll probably get some sarky comments from somebody. But hey, do you know what? This is real-time crafting. You can probably hear my husband cutting the lawn in the background. I've just had one of those days, actually, to be honest with you. I came to do another project and found that somebody had eaten all of the cream eggs that were supposed to go in. I wonder who that could have been. Yeah, I don't. So then, to decorate, use a bone fold and just shape the wings of your butterfly before popping up. This is one of those moments where I look up and just double check that I am in fact recording. It wouldn't be the first time. So just create these butterflies. So I've stamped and punched actually, so I've got 3 butterflies here. Well, I did have And obviously, you know, you could do this in whatever. If you're somebody who's got a favourite colour, then that would work really well. Okay, I've lost my itty bitty butterfly. Well, that will do. There we go. And you don't have to bend the butterflies up. I just quite like the effect. And then to add them, all you do is just add a tiny bit of glue to the body and then add them to your project. So with these, I'm just making sure I'm keeping those up on that panel, and I'm just creating my little selection of butterflies just to make them sort of appear as if they're flying all over. And just sort of something that, you know, I usually do odd numbers, and the reason for, you know, so I've done 3 large, 3 small, and the reason for that is because in nature you do find that things come in odd numbers, so you don't get flowers with 4s, you tend to get flowers and leaves with 3s and 5s. And if ever you're planting in the garden, that's another thing, you know, pop them in 3s and it'll actually look, or a 5, you know, 4 around the outside, 1 in the middle, and you'll find it'll just look so much more effective and natural. So there we have a pop-up gift card holder using Butterfly Gala. Which do you prefer? Actually, I think I probably prefer my one with my panel on. It just makes the wording stand out. But either one, I'm sure somebody would be delighted to receive it. I hope you enjoy making one too. Come back and see me again soon. If you'd like any of the products, this butterfly punch set should be back very soon. Pop along to flutterbyheidi.co.uk, follow the links, or go to heidismith.stampinup.net, and again follow the links to my shop. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.